Today I'd like to talk about the historic agreement between Russia and China last Friday on a new bartering platform that they're going to use to trade with. This was an exclusive by Reuters saying that they have agreed to set this up, and it's going to open up sometime this autumn. Now, the history of bartering maybe had been big in the old days, but recently it's not. But you can see the difficulty here when you read through a couple of these little examples, with China sending car parts of $2 million in exchange for pistachios. So think about what kind of a platform you need to have to do that, and you have to have, delivery, insurance, storage, and all this other thing. So it's difficult to do, to say the least. Now, they developed a 15-page paper on what the parameters of how we're going to do this bartering, and they're all going to work this out. You got to remember, this is so they can get off the banking system. I know everyone looks at it as let's get off the dollar, but really what it is they went off the SWIFT system, which is how we settle all our trades globally. SWIFT is owned by the G10, controlled by the US. And so when we enforce our sanctions on people, we enforce it through SWIFT. So they don't want to be on SWIFT. And so it's incredibly difficult to get around SWIFT. SWIFT is in dollars. And the 3-pin videos I have up here now, you can go watch them, and you'll see how none of the countries want anybody else's currency. They only really want the dollar, but they don't want to trade the dollar because they're on the SWIFT system. I know, they're caught, there's nothing they can do. And so they went with, and they tell you here that the lack of transparency and Russia and China's lack of a direct payments mechanism is why they're going with the bartering. So why do we care? What does it mean to us? Well, think about it. You got two countries, major countries, who want to trade with each other, and plus there's other deals out there. If you watch my videos, you'll see that Argentina and Brazil, certainly not buddies, and under any stretch of the imagination, they're forming a bartering system so they can trade with each other. Agricultural products for beef, okay? They're right next to each other, so hopefully they can work that out. The point being is that for the small countries, the emerging countries with their currencies, they don't want to change their currency into the dollar, then go buy something. That country has to change into the dollar, then they change back when they sell it, then they bring back and they exchange it. It's called friction. And the expense is so much that the little countries, they want off of this system because they don't want to pay the freight with the currencies. For the big countries, they don't want the US to be able to put sanctions on them. So everything is wrapped around how we can get out of this. But what it means to us is this. Think about it. You're Russia and China. You could have chose crypto. You could have chose gold. You could have chose the BRICs. All these things are available today. But they didn't. They went with bartering. Now, my opinion on this is, with this Kifa platform, I have no idea. I tried to look at it. You can look at it yourself. And I looked for the 15-page report on how they're going to do this. I couldn't find that either. But what I would say is that given all the ways that these two countries could have decided on how to do transactions with each other away from the dollar, they chose barter. They didn't choose crypto. They didn't choose gold. They didn't choose the BRICs, right? So what is really the future of the currencies in this world? I don't know. What do you think? Like and follow, and certainly give me your comments.